the most plausible explanation as to how their pants were both down. And she bought it. She just bought it, man. That's the best part. The fact that she believed it.
She's really dumb.
She's quite dull.
Dullard.
Here we are, back in the sewers. Like, we're almost at the end of the game. The sewers is supposed to be very short. But I'm not that smart.
Are we really almost at the end of the game?
After this, there's like one more major section, yeah.
Oh,
Like,
I thought this game was a lot longer for some reason.
No, I mean, you can speedrun it. There's an achievement for speedrunning it in 2.5 hours.
Oh, alright.
And it's not even close to that long, you know? So, I mean, if you know exactly what you're doing, yeah, you could breeze through it. And for some reason, I'm just having the most trouble right now getting past these deuterinos.
Deuterinos, yeah.
Because they do that shit, you know?
Yeah, it pisses me the fuck off.
You take contact damage from them, which you're not supposed to do. You know, I feel like your Leon X Chris fanfic should not have been bonus material. I feel like that should have been a core part of the app, you know?
Well, we can put it at the beginning of an episode instead of at the end. If you want.
I mean, I quite enjoyed it.
Oh, man. Well, in other news, I emailed John... This is kind of old news, but I emailed JonTron.
Oh, yeah.
And it was the day before he released Flex Tape 2.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. He hadn't put anything out in like a year. And I told him, dude, don't worry about it. You don't need to put a whole lot of production value into it. You're funny as shit. Just make a video of you watching some funny video or playing a bad game. And just your commentary. That's all he needs to do. He's great at that. And then he could just cut out the parts he doesn't like. You know, that's what he used to do. Just do that, man. He doesn't need a whole team. He doesn't need all these props and staff and all this shit. I think he's made his channel into something way too big.
You think?
He's like, I think he's talented enough. He can keep it real and keep it simple, and I think it would be better, honestly. I mean, to me it would be better. I don't know, maybe some people liked all the props and the cameos and stuff, but I don't know. I just like hearing him joke around about shitty games. And then, yeah, that Flex Tape 2 video came out the next day. Have you seen Flex Tape 2 yet?
No.
Well, disappointing. Incredibly
Really?
disappointing. It's just an ad for Flex Tape, I'll tell you that.
What?
Yeah, pretty much. Kind of sucks. But, yeah, it's probably the worst JonTron video I've ever seen.
That's a shame.
Yeah, I was pretty disappointed.
Especially considering that you were saying to him, just put anything out. It doesn't matter because you're funny.
Yeah. That's what I mean. It's like, it was pretty much the exact opposite of what I wanted him to do. It was overproduced, and it just wasn't funny.
That is a shame.
It wasn't funny, and it was an ad for Flex Tape, it turns out. So.
Oh. Yeah, that's a shame. I don't know where this is taking us. If it's taking us back to the save room, then we are, as you might say, Gucci. I know Joe loves it when I say it like that.
I do, yeah. I'm a big fan of slang, and especially the slang Gucci. It's a brand that I enjoy and frequently wear.
Oh, you know where we are? This takes us... Sorry, that came really loud on the mic. This takes us back to the police station, believe it or not. This is the shortcut back to the police station.
Oh, shortcuts. I'm always for shortcuts.
But since we did not need it right now, this is actually a long cut. But yes, eventually we will make our way back there, I think? Briefly. Maybe not. What is this? Is it a brochure? Oh yeah, this just tells us the combination for a nearby dial lock, which is SZF. You can tell by the circled letters.
That's really weird that would be the clue.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is very weird.
It's a very odd cipher.
But, oh, these guys are dead.
I was doing the playlists for our channel.
Oh yeah?
Kind of recently, and I started watching an old Hearthstone episode. And it made me realize...
We're bad?
We're bad?
No, I don't know. I was going to say, like...
No, I miss Hearththone, that's all.
Oh!
I miss playing Hearthstone, but I can't do it, man. I can't play MMOs or, like, Hearthstone or any of these, like, online Skinner box type of games. It just takes up too much time. I was looking at, Final Fantasy 14.
No! Yeah?
Me and my wife were watching trailers for Final Fantasy 14 and, like, you know, footage and reports from Fan Festival and all the announcements and stuff. There's a new tank
Oh.
The Gunblade ear or something. It's a guy that uses. It's the Gunblade guy.
It's Squall from...
yeah.
Okay.
They call him like a Gunblade guy or something. I
Alright.
don't know what the class is called, but he uses a Gunblade, and it turns out it was a tank. I thought it was going to be like maybe a combo melee range DPS. That would be cool.
But it sounds like DPS.
It sounds like it would be a DPS, yeah, but it's definitely going to be a tank.
Cool.
Which, yeah, so now there's a new tank class, so I have to start playing the game again.
No,
yeah. I have to level all the tank classes to max level.
That's not at all what that means.
That's just how I do it.
No, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, I know. Ed definitely doesn't want that to happen because that means that our next game ain't getting made. Because I'm going to be locked into Final Fantasy 14.
But I have been wondering recently, is the game good? Can I go back? Do I want to go back and play it?
Final Fantasy 14? I think it's good, yeah.
The answer is sometimes I do want to go back and play it.
I do too, yeah.
I think about how cool it was.
If I had a lot of time, yeah, I mean,
yeah.
If I could do everything I wanted to do, boy, would I be doing a lot of things. But the older you get, the more you realize you really got to pick and choose what you do.
Yeah.
If you want to develop games, it takes a lot of focus. And I also have other obligations and things that I want to do in life too that I'm doing. So it's like you got to cut something. It's really easy to add things into your life. It's easy to add another game that's going to give you daily quests, right? Dailies and weeklies and just things to eat up your time. And if you've got ambitions, then forget about it. If you're filling your life with a bunch of different kinds of daily quests that really aren't going to get you anywhere in real life, then you're not going to get anywhere if you have ambitions. If you don't have ambitions and you just want to play video games, that's fine too. And you just whatever you want to work a day job and just play video games. There's nothing wrong with that either. But even then, you only got a limited time to play games, so pick and choose the best ones that are going to be the best use of your time. And if you want to spend time with your friends and family and all that stuff, it's a lot to balance.
Textures.com/ oh my god, it's so bad.
Well, at least this is warning keep out, but
yeah.
I suggest we go in.
No, you're right about that, Joe. It's a strange thing.
See, I mean, right now I've got a lot going on, so, but I did drop one thing. It was my used to run an online store. Several online stores, and they slowly got shut down.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Ed knows the full story.
Yeah. Oops.
But yeah. So yeah, a lot of my income dried up. But yeah, so if anybody listening wants some of my stickers, I used to make handmade stickers and cut them out. It's a good job for like a 24-year-old girl, like right out of art school. If you ever go to a convention in the artist alley, you see a lot of these people selling, products with their artwork on it. Nothing wrong with that. So yeah, I did that. So if you at home want some of these stickers, email us, GameSoupLP@gmail.com. But you're going to have to give me your physical address because it's a physical item, right? If you got a P.O. box or a work address or whatever, I'll send you some stickers. If we get too many, I might not send them to you. But if we only get a few requests, I'll send you some stickers. How's that sound? Just email us with your physical address that you want to be sent to. All right?
That's pretty generous, Joe. And we're at the very start of an episode too, so.
Oh yeah, well, it's episode 4 of Resident Evil 2 remake. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know how many are watching. So you'll probably win these stickers if you email us.
Is that gonna do it? No, it's not gonna do it.
This is not my forte.
Yeah, you're telling me, Claire. So we have to put these in a certain order. The Rook and the Knight are on the same wall. So we've got the Knight and the Rook. The Queen and the Rook were opposite each other. That's the King plug. This must be the Queen plug. That's the Queen plug. The Rook and the Knight are on the same wall. The Queen and the Rook were opposite, and the Bishop and Queen aren't next to each other. Is this the Bishop? No.
That's the King.
So what do I have wrong here? This is the Knight piece.
This is the Knight.
What do I have missing that's wrong here? Bishop.
That's a Bishop.
Queen. Oh wait, didn't it just say the Bishop and the Queen aren't next to each other? It did. Oh, okay.
That's the pawn. But there's the Bishop right there, right?
So this has to get switched with this. Because this way the Bishop and the Queen will not be next to each other.
Why are they chess pieces?
Because Resident Evil, man. That's what Resident Evil does. Yeah!
There you go.
We are finally out of the sewers.
Well solved.
It's supposed to be like a stint, a very short stint in the sewers. That instead becomes a lot longer. You know, I really thought it was going to go faster. Oh, sorry. Faster the second time through, but it didn't. Did it soft lock?
No. There's no such thing.
Did it hard lock?
I don't think so, man. You keep thinking that happens, but I think it's just the saving takes a little bit of time sometimes.
That's never happened before. It's never been anything but instant. Maybe it's because we're writing to the disk at the same time. That's probably what it is.
Actually, yeah, it's quite possible that it's taking a little bit of extra time because it might be writing to the same drive as we're recording to.
All right, so we've got that puzzle solved. I think we're done. You know what I really like about this piece of film? Look at this. Hiding place. Do you like how that's labeled? It's labeled so inconspicuously you would never suspect a thing.
Yeah.
Did
really,
I just
really
save?
bad opposite
Yeah,
there.
did you save? Yeah, yeah. But we're going to get out of here because I think it's about time to head on to the finale of the game, I really hope. Unless this is a boss. Is this a boss?
And the thing about playing a bunch of different like MMOs and these Skinner box style games, right? Playing a lot of these and playing the same game for a lot of the time is that you don't get to, especially if you want to be a game designer, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't get to experience other kinds of games, and you don't get to experience how other designers have tackled certain problems, which is it's a big part of the reason I think why we like indie games, because they're more free to tackle different kinds of design problems that a larger studio may not want to tackle. They generally will rehash similar material again and again, right?
Right.
So it gives you an opportunity to play a lot of different games, and I've even taken it a step further where I don't even beat all the games. I don't try to beat all the games that I play. Like, I don't force myself to finish a game. Like, if it starts wasting my time, I stop playing. I think we might have talked about this on the channel already, but if a game starts wasting my time in any way, I just stop playing it and start playing another one. Like, when I'm playing games, usually I just want to learn something. I'm usually doing it just to learn something, how to be a better designer, and how to, yeah, just design in general. How to handle any kind of art or design problems. That was close.
There's got to be a place you can stand here where you don't take any damage, right?
I don't know how do you avoid this? Is it just random and guesswork?
It may be, yeah. I mean, this is a pretty dire situation.
Who is it?
It's Jerry. Geriatric.
Should have known you would die.
I mean, this is obviously the correct course of action, right? Why would you ever attempt to? Wait, is this where you? Oh no!
Did you forget something?
This part. No.
Oh.
This is probably the dumbest part of the game. Probably the worst part of the game by a significant degree.
Oh, darn.
Significant margin.
I hate that when there's like a game that's almost perfect and then there's this one part that's really shitty.
Yeah, and you'll see why soon enough. This is possible to do with 2 grenade rounds, which I have. But will I be able to do it? I don't know.
Well, you didn't miss.
I didn't miss, that's true. Now the trick is... smash that like button. Smash that like button!
Yeah, do that.
There we go.
Yeah, smash the like button on this video. Let's see how many likes we can get.
And that's what you have to do, right? So I smashed the like button, here comes the crate.
Yeah, now what? You gotta use another grenade though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it took him out.
That's 1. That's 1, so I gotta do it again. I gotta smash that like button a second time. Without dying. Sure.
Shouldn't be too hard. Like buttons are easy to smash.
They are
hint,
pretty
hint. Have we ever asked for a like on GameSoup? I think this is like the only time ever.
Yeah, not seriously. We've done it in jest.
Okay, well, let's ingest this time again, so...
Let's ingest this poison. Ingest.
Oh no.
Okay, some of these hits, I'm sure there's a way to avoid them, but I do not know how. With any luck, we should be able to slam that like button again. Okay. Yes. Oh, I think we got him. I think we got him.
It's coming around.
Slam that like button. Like, subscribe, favorite. Come on.
Favorite? Is that still a thing?
I don't know. Yes.
Wish list? No, what is it? Watch later? You can add to your watch later list. That's what you want to do.
Nobody would ever advocate for that, though. They don't want you to watch it later.
They pretty much want you to watch it now. But
Yeah.
you know what? Hit that watch later button and go watch Dreamcast Guy, okay?
So doing this the first time took me like 3 or 4 tries, because that crane The first thing that happens when you discover the screen is you hit yourself off a ledge.
I'm so sorry, Sherry.
That's always what the very first time you always you kill yourself because you don't understand.
Because you don't
how
know
it
what to
works.
do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it teaches you the hard way.
And in fact, there are. Oh, that's cool. It lists your greatest. Your greatest.
Your greatest ranks.
There's a thing called RE2.
This whole arena, this whole scenario looks a little bit like the ending of Resident Evil 6, the Piers and Chris campaign on there. A little bit, just the way that the thing's laid out, just in my memory. I don't know, it's been a few years.
Oh wait, there's actually bullets down there. I was gonna say nobody knows that section of
Resident
the game.
Evil 6?
Yeah, because
nobody
knows
played
Resident
it.
Evil 6, yeah.
Well, I have. I've taken the bullet for you. And I can tell you, you don't need to play it.
Where are those submachine gun bullets? There we go.
We talked about spending your time on things that are valuable for your time, with your limited time, spending your limited time on things that are valuable or that you're going to either enjoy or are going to increase the quality of your life. That's Resident Evil 6 is not on that list.
Which is a shame.
Sherry, can you hear me? Oh no.
Sherry, are you okay? You're okay.
Sherry? Claire? Sherry, are you alright? What are you doing? I'm here to help.
Sherry's been implanted. She can't be saved.
Are you fucking kidding me? You're her mother. Get in here!
You don't understand. William is still out there, and if I don't stop him...
This conversation is over!
Wait! Wait! I can treat her. In my lab. It's not far away.
Mommy?
There's not enough time. Millions of lives are at stake. Sherry, Mommy loves you, sweetie. Goodbye.
Are you fucking kidding me? Sherry, don't worry. I will get you whatever you need, okay?
Oh, why are you doing this?
Because I care.
Thank you, Claire.
The hero we don't deserve.
Yeah, her mother is a real P in the B.
What did B stand? Oh yeah, B stands for butt. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Yep.
B stands for butt. She's not very nice.
P stands for pancake.
How do we get... Yeah. Pancake in the butt?
I don't know, man. So, oh yeah, speaking of indie games that might be worth your time, Shovel Knight's pretty good.
Flashback to the year.
I've been playing that Spectre Knight quest. It's
I haven't
like
played
a
that.
completely different game. It's pretty fun, man.
Yeah.
Hold on, Sherry.
I played the first couple levels of the Plague Knight version, right?
Yeah, I haven't tried that one.
Where the gimmick is throwing like vials of poison.
Yeah.
But
Almost there, Sherry.
yeah, they're completely different games.
We're almost there.
Yeah, Spectre Knight is very much the same. There's other areas and there's different storytelling levels
Good.
that are interspersed with the normal levels that you can choose from. They might as well have just built it from the ground up, really,
Yeah.
rather than try to redo the old levels. I mean, it's that new.
And they really took a chance because these were all free, right? These DLCs?
Yeah. I think they were free because of the Kickstarter.
There you go.
Oh, maybe, yeah. I guess they had the upfront
Just
money.
hold on, Sherry, okay?
So they kind of knew that they could do
We're
it.
gonna be just fine.
They could spend the time developing. This is the point of no return.
Better check everything. There's no turning back.
Well, I like when they give you that hint
Yeah.
in a game. If there's a point where there's no like that happened to me, and I'll never forget. Golden Sun really fucked me
Really?
in for Game Boy Advance. Yeah, There's a point in the game where you cannot go back. And I used the same save file for the whole game. I didn't save on two slots.
Yeah.
And so if you want to get back and get all the, I think they're called genies in the game.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
been so long since I played it, but I think that's what they're called. Those the things that give you your abilities, basically. It's possible to not get all of them. In fact, it's probable that you won't get all of them by the end of the game, but you can go back and find them. They're hidden around. But you can't go back once you pass a certain point. Like in the last town, I think. I was so mad. So I didn't get like a complete... I was more of a completionist back then, too. So
That sucks.
Are you okay?
Your jacket's so warm.
My brother gave it to me. You know it's supposed to be lucky?
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Are you kidding me? You were doing just fine without me, so I came along and got you all sorts of trouble. I have something of yours.
I don't want it.
Really? Why not? It's so pretty.
It's for my mom. For my birthday last year. All I really wanted was for her to be home more.
I know it seems like your mom doesn't care, but... Hey, Sherry, come here. Hey, hang in there, okay?
Now, arriving at Nest.
It's okay. I've got you. Come on.
So Ed bit me during the previous cutscene there.
I did. I did bite you. Do I regret it? No. Not really.
I'm getting you treatment.
She moans. I didn't even realize how she moans like that.
It's okay.
She's really ill. Quite ill. She's down with the sickness. I regret having to have said that. I regret my life already.
Yeah, I kind of wish you didn't say that either.
I feel as if my IQ has taken a slight dive. But she is quite ill. Pretty much on the verge of death. And luckily, this is the final area of the game and is slightly less scary than the sewers, but only slightly because there are some new threats, some new enemies, if you will, new enemies.
Okay. Here you go. All right. Now what? There's got to be something here. Antiviral agent. That's it. That's got to be it. Hey. Hey, Sherry. I gotta go. You stay right here, though, okay? I'll be back soon. I promise.
Right then. We're going to need these. And we're going to need a lot of them. And we only have 2. That's not enough. We're going to have a problem coming up. But we'll see how we do.
So the whole time we've been recording tonight, the Super Bowl has been on.
Oh, yeah!
We're making this sacrifice for you, so that you can watch Resident Evil 2 Remake at a later date, played by GameSoup. GameSoup Ed.
And GameSoup Joe?
No, just GameSoup Ed. He's the one playing it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's true. I forgot about the Super Bowl.
So yeah, the Pats are going to win, though. That the Pats have the higher chance of winning. I was looking at a gambling site earlier today.
Does the Pats mean the Patriots?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, versus the Rams. Yeah, the Pats, I think it was a 59% were the odds they were getting. 59-41, Pats Rams.
Versus the Dodge Rams.
Yep.
Okay. Considering that I know nothing about football, nor do I care to know.
Yeah, I don't really care about football, but I do care about probabilities. And I'll tell you, the Pats have a 59% chance of winning. It's pretty high.
That's, yeah. That is slightly higher than 50%, which means that if you were to weigh their odds, they would be more likely to win than the opposing team, you might say. You might say that.
It's the end of the night here on GS. But the second half of this episode is probably not going to be the end of a night on GS.
We could foreseeably finish this.
Really?
Possibly. Possibly. I don't think it's going to happen. Needle cartridges.
Speaking of needle cartridges, do you remember a pool game? A game that we used to play in the swimming pool?
Called Shaker?
I was going to say Bee Sting.
Oh.
Because needles reminded me of it.
Yeah, Bee Sting. That was a good game.
Yeah, I used to be terrified of it. I would yell the word Bee Sting, and I would try to sting Ed with my arms.
Right.
You know, you push your arms out and you dive through the pool and try to. It's a game for children. I don't know what else to say. That was really dumb.
It was a fun game though, because I was a children. Dude, there's food here. Look, there's pancakes and eggs.
Oh yeah, pancakes. Hey, you know what we say the P stands for? Pancakes.
What is this thing? What do I hear? Oh, it's just these guys. They sure gave you a lot of gunpowder. But what is this thing? This is French toast, isn't it? That's got to be French toast.
Oh yeah, it is.
Dude!
Well, this looks great. Everything looks fresh too. Well, those eggs are looking a little bit rotten.
Yeah.
But I mean, the rest of it, I don't see any mold on it.
Sausage and
I bet
French
if you ate
toast?
some of that, you'd probably recover. Try it.
Try it. I don't know how. If only I knew how. You! This son of a bitch.
Oh. Did that say nap room?
It does. The nap room.
Wow. I mean, you know you've got a big budget when you got a nap room.
It's the most well-received of all the rooms, you might say. Oh, I don't really want this. We're not going to
A lot of these companies, though, they're doing that, right? They got fun slides and, like, a movie theater and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, we have a friend that got a job at a place like that recently where he... Oh, boy, the cat's coming in.
He's not there. Oh, my God.
Ghost cat.
Ghost cat. So this room has a little puzzle in the back here to restore the power. I don't know why you would want to do that, though. Because I never did it on my first playthrough. All I can assume is that it opens up these shutters and there are monsters inside. That's the only thing I can think.
Are there monsters in there, too?
God damn it. All right.
There you go.
I'm going to kill him now. He deserves to be killed.
Yeah, do it. Turn around quick.
Kilt and dilt. Really?
Come on. Oh, I thought that was another zombie, but it's just your shadow.
Oh, yeah. Alright, so we've got our second level of key card.
Speaking of children's games, what's your oldest memory of a children's game? Because mine is of the game where the other boys would pick me up by the arms and legs and drop me onto the hard wooden floor.
That's a game?
Yeah. That's actually my oldest memory.
Of being abused as a child?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
No, that's the truth.
That's not very fun, though.
Well, that's my oldest memory, and I'm stuck with it.
Oh. Oh.
Welcome to GS. The G stands for Ghost, and the S is the S from Ghost.
Alright. Alright.
Ghost. That's the name of our channel.
Ghost.
So yeah, what's your oldest memory? Leave it in the comments, or give us a thumbs down. Either one.
What? Don't do that. Don't even do
A
that.
thumbs up's fine too. A subscribe would be nice. If you're not already subscribed. If you are subscribed, unsubscribe.
Basically,
Just any of those buttons under the video, just start clicking them and see what. That's what we want, all right?
Christ.
Oh, and join our Discord server though. That's in the description below.
Oh yeah.
If you've watched this far into our LP, you need to join our Discord server. Join in.
That's true. You need to. You're obligated by law at this
Yeah.
point. You are. This looks safe. This is a recording describing how William Birkin was killed. He was killed by this special ops team. And he was transporting the G virus. But he was murdered with guns. and somehow survived and became the disgusting thing that we now see as that giant monster that keeps chasing us.
Yeah, why is he still around?
Yeah,
why is he still wandering?
It's a good question.
Wandering this earth.
So we know that the antidote that we need to save Sherry is in the west section, the west area, you might call it.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't have clearance to get in the west area.
Staff clearance required.
We can only go to the east area. So, as you might expect, there's going to need quite a bit of backtracking and lulling around till we can get that clearance. And this is where the real horrors, the real evils. I don't know.
Did you hear that IGN was caught reviewing this game without actually playing it?
Yup! I'd sure enough.
I mean, I guess it's old, kind of old news. This was about a week and a half ago when the game came out. But
I don't think there was anything. I don't think there was any malicious intent. I think it was just the ignorant reviewer. I think that's all it was.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's not. Well, it is IGN because they did hire the person, and it did get through their quality controller editorial, and you would expect that they're like the top guys, right?
Yeah, I don't want to defend IGN because things like this and the Dead Cells review.
Yeah, the stolen Dead Cells review, that was big news by Boomstick Gaming,
like
who has been offered a copy of GameSoup.
Really?
Yep.
Good.
Yeah, I found him in my search, my marketing search.
He's much too big now to bother with us.
Probably, yeah. If only we would have contacted him before all this happened.
I have an idea. Let's plagiarize one of his reviews. Then he'll know who we are. And
that's a good idea.
He'll take a copy.
We should
of
start we should just plagiarize all the channels whose video who we want to review our next game.
Dude,
we could get PewDiePie to play our game.
You're a genius.
All we have to do is do something that lacks integrity entirely, and something possibly illegal and definitely immoral. But we could.
Yeah, that's what I'm best at.
Yeah.
I'm very good at those things.
Yeah, just plagiarize his reviews and fraud our viewers into thinking that it was our review. That's all we have to do.
Uh-oh. What's the code? What's that code?
Did we find it earlier?
No, but we're about to find it, but I was trying to see if I remembered it from our last playthrough. My last playthrough.
I mean, we should probably find it, right?
I guess.
We can just play it normally and just find it and just play the game like a human being.
Oh.
Oh. He remembered it. Okay.
Yeah. It just saves you a little bit of time because, I mean, you can see where we are. We're in this room.
But where are we supposed to get it?
The code is, like, deeper in here somewhere. I think it's in this room or something. But, I mean, we have to go there anyway. This will just save us a trip back. So we're not going to miss anything specifically.
All right. Well,
it just saves us the time. Yeah, it's a little strange. And, in fact, we are going to have to backtrack anyway because there's another code that I don't remember that is required. So we're going to be doing some backtracking regardless. Now, if you remember, in that last room, we saw these Ivy guys. Did you see that, Joe? That Ivy-looking guy?
Yeah.
They kill you in one hit. They are one-shotters.
Even on our normal difficulty?
Even on normal difficulty. However, they are very weak to fire.
Oh, grenades. Who wouldn't be?
So with that being said, we are going to run the hell away. Because if they touch you and you have no... yeah, this is what we need the code for. So it's a... this is a 2. That's a 2. Right? You might be wondering what this code is, but it's actually, if you look in the negative space...
Oh, yeah, the negative space is a 2 and a 0, right?
Yeah, it's a 2 and a 0. But if you didn't know that, you might not ever figure it out because it looks so strange. And look at this dude. He's swole.
Well, he had a grenade.
He did have a grenade. We have plenty... You know what? I'm just going to use this. Pick up that grenade. Because I don't want to die.
You get a lot of inventory space in this normal mode.
Yeah, it's good, though, because you need it. I mean, you don't really. So this is just telling us how to make the herbicide that we need. So we saw that key card that guy was carrying. And, we need to get that key card. The only way to do it is to synthesize the herbicide. So that we can...
freeze them to death.
Kill everything in this room. Oh, So here's the problem that we're gonna have. Yeah,
Oh, he burns to death.
he does. But if he touches you, you die. So, shoot him and run. That's what we need those fire rounds for. Let's see here. I think this is the way out. Yeah, so we're gonna check. I think there's something in this corner here.
Oh, speaking of freezing, it's
Oh.
goddamn freezing out right now.
It's not though.
Well,
today.
actually, yeah, today it's not. You ruined my bit.
I'm sorry.
It's been goddamn freezing here recently.
Yes.
Here in the Midwest of the United States. I'm lying. We're not in the Midwest.
It's that polar
But it's still
vortex.
pretty damn cold.
Yeah.
The polar vortex, yeah, as they call it. I can't even imagine. They're like record low temperatures out there. But yeah, every time I get out of my car, you know, go out of my house, drive my car to the grocery store, wherever I'm going. You get out, and by the time you get to the door of the grocery store, your legs are frozen.
Yeah.
It feels like my femur's just gonna snap from being so frozen. You know, like a Sub-Zero fatality. The cops will come by, or the next passerby will come by and wonder if Sub-Zero came by and gave me a fatality.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
But it was really just the natural cold weather. That crisp weather that everyone looks forward to, and then when it's finally here, we wish it was summer again.
I always wish it was summer again.
Actually, I don't. I prefer the cool weather.
No.
I like the fall the most.
Nobody wants that. Except for, well,
Yeah.
that guy can't be dead, right? Yeah,
No,
he's getting up.
why would he be dead? He just fell several stories. Where the hell was he, by the way?
He was.
Oh,
So,
maybe he was on that railing there, I guess?
yeah, there's a funny thing about this game. You can actually, zombies will fall off railings,
Yeah.
and they can fall 3 stories, and they will. There's a part in the mansion in the police department where they do that.
You would think they would snap a femur on the
Yeah.
way down, or on the hit on the ground, on the stairs, especially on some stairs. Those are basically just spikes. If you fall down from 3 stories onto some stairs,
pretty
those are
much.
spikes.
Yo, lady, I'm trying to help you, lady. So here's the cool thing about that signal modulator. Now we can pretty much get to the end of the game. That's the last key item that we needed.
Awesome.
So we just made a big circle back to the safe. I really like how this area kind of winds back on itself. Because it's just about the point where you start getting full on inventory that you find yourself back at the start of the area.
Would you call it good game design?
Yeah, I think the entire game is fantastic.
You've got 2 knives. I don't know if you need.
Yeah,
2
I do
knives.
not need it. I do not need that. I think the entire game is designed fantastically. I will sing its praises. So we're gonna real quick make. Actually, maybe should we quit for the night? It's almost about. It's ja soro
I mean,
soro.
you can keep going a little bit longer. We've got a little bit more time.
Ja soro soro chikan desu.
But yeah, I mean, we haven't taken any breaks. We've just been sitting here the whole fucking night.
You're right.
We never do this. Like, I'm kind of running out of energy, yeah. But I mean, don't say that. I have exactly as much energy as when we sat down here 3 hours ago. Yeah, we used to just sit here recording for like 4 hours straight in the very beginning of GS. I mean, thankfully nobody saw those videos, but man, they got pretty boring by the end of the night. It kind of feels like that, but I feel like we've kept the energy up all right. Good enough. I mean, not good enough. Great!
Great! However...
Yeah? However, what? Baron Trump is a time traveler?
What?
You haven't heard about this?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's rumored that Baron Trump is a time traveler.
The 10-year-old.
Yeah. No, he's like 12 now. But yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Donald Trump's 12-year-old son, boy, is a time traveler.
Donald Trump's son boy?
Yeah. You know, all you got to do is watch the conspiracy video about this. It's on YouTube. Just type Baron Trump time traveler. Okay. And, you know, I watch these videos sometimes, you know, and I usually wind up convinced by the end that they're true. So, you know, I was a completely rational man before watching the video who didn't believe in time travel or any such nonsense. But by the end, I believe that Baron Trump...
He's back. How is he back?
Is a time traveler, yeah. Oh! Well, oh, good thing you had that knife.
Yeah, I know. Can I take this knife? Take the knife.
Yeah, you might as well get it back.
What? How can he be a time traveler? He's a small boy.
Well, he wasn't always a small boy. In the future, he's not a small boy.
He's from the future?
Yeah, and he was posting on 4chan from the future in 2002, and his name was Baron Trump.
I think you're right.
Before he was born.
What?
Yeah, look
For
at the
real?
video. Yeah, look at the video. Look at the video. It's irrefutable proof. It's a YouTube video, man. I also, I also believe there was no moon landing. I believe Bush did 9/11. I believe that Tupac is alive. You know, I've seen a bunch of those. You know, he's in Cuba. I believe all these conspiracy videos.
Why?
I'm incredibly gullible. But like, in all seriousness, though, you don't go down these rabbit holes. That they're a waste of time. That's been a theme of this LP.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh my! Do you? Oh, that's the trophy that we need. The Guac Institute. Did you see that?
Wait, what are they gonna teach you how to do? Make Mexican? Wow, they really do. They teach you how to make a Mexican dish called guac. Oh, look, there's the code.
Yeah, this is what we need.
It's 20. Is that an 8?
This is a 6. The third digit is a 6.
Huh.
Yeah,
6.
Oh, you know,
N.
one of these is a 7. That's why. I think this one is a 7.
Oh, it's a 7. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So
it's 2067.
Yeah.
2067. Hey, that's the year that Barron Trump decided to travel back in time
Son of
to
a bitch.
post on 4chan in 2002.
I don't believe you.
Well, I believe it. You don't have to believe me. Just watch the YouTube video called Barron Trump Time Traveler.
All right. I mean, I'll watch it. I won't actually watch it, though.
Don't believe everything you read, but do believe everything that you see on YouTube.
Yo!
It's all real.
Lady! I don't remember telling you. They're not supposed to come in here.
It's pretty cool that it leaves little claw marks on the ground, though.
Yeah. I mean, oh my
nice
god.
little effect.
Graphically, this game just blows my mind. And they really stock you with these. Oh, this is a save room.
Yeah, you're safe in here.
They really stock you up on the grenade rounds, fire rounds. Because you're going to need them. But me, I don't play like that. I play like a loser who just has to evade everything, and I'm only partially successful. So we're going to take one more. We're going to take some green herbs, and we're going to take some red herbs. You don't really take the aggressive stance here, even though that's probably because again we're going to end this playthrough with like 100 bullets in the.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well just start shooting them.
Yeah, exactly. But I am going to dump the guac trophy, as well as this knife. So now we have to go back to that cooling room, which is not here. It is not there. It's back up top. Or we could just call it right here, because it's almost time to go. I don't know, Joe, what do you think?
Yeah, but we'll probably continue this episode next time, right? Maybe not. I don't know. Let's talk about it off the show. This could be the end. This could not be. I don't know. Bye. H L 8 Q N G K N A H H X 8 G L. It's a Steam key for Game Soup. Bye.
Man, that's a lot of junk.
So it's been a week for us. It's only been a moment for you, but it's been a week for us. We had to cut a little short last time. And Ed, since then, has upgraded to keyboard and mouse.
For a very good reason. And if you would like to know what that
easier to
reason
aim.
is, it is much easier to aim.
Yeah.
Once again, asserting the dominance of, what do you call that?
Mouse
oh
and keyboard
Jesus
for
Christ. Yeah.
shooting controls.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't. Do I have any healing items? Oh, this one. Yeah. It's night and day. Like, playing this with the controller was difficult. Alright, so I'm going to assume it has been a week, so we're going to run away probably. Oh my god, we got saved by that zombie. Because the liquor
Nice job.
didn't get us.
Harold.
What?
That's his name. That's the name of
Oh.
the zombie.
I see. So I think... No. Alright, good. Okay, good.
So every time, the controller rumbles.
Welcome back.
The controller rumbles even though it's using the keyboard and mouse to play.
Yeah.
The controller's plugged in. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hold it up to Ed's skull.
Alright.
And every time he gets hit, he's gonna really feel the vibration in his skull.
Oh.
I think that's what they originally wanted when they invented controller vibration, when Nintendo invented it for
Yeah, right.
Star Fox 64.
Yeah, they really did though, didn't they?
They did, yeah, it was invented for Star Fox 64.
That Rumble pack.
Yeah, and the expansion pack for the Nintendo 64 was invented because Donkey Kong 64 was just too complex.
Yeah, sure. I mean, actually, I don't know. You might be right because I've never played it.
And that really started a big trend for expansion packs for
Did it?
consoles.
Really? I guess you're right,
Not really,
Well, for
no.
N64 at least.
Now they just re-released the console entirely.
Yeah.
You have to go out and buy another. You get a PS4 Pro. It's like upgrading your PC,
Uh-oh.
except you got to buy a new PC
Uh-oh.
every 3 years.
Yeah.
Like consoles, that's just the way they do it now. Oh, did you hear though that Microsoft is going to start releasing Xbox games for Switch?
What?
Yeah.
No,
I don't know all the details for it,
That
but
can't be a thing.
yeah, Microsoft is gonna. I think they're still gonna do Xbox. Like, they're obviously gonna stay with the Xbox One until the end of that's life. But I still think they're probably gonna make another Xbox.
Yeah, how could they not? I mean, it's such a cash cow with this. Oh, you son of a bee!
But the games for the Xbox are gonna come out for PC and for other platforms like tablet and Nintendo Switch was on the list. They named it.
That is weird.
It is really weird. I doubt it would come out for PlayStation though, because then there's really no point to having anything for
Yeah, that's
having anything even close to an Xbox.
That really blows my mind. Oh, like, are you talking like current games are coming out on the Switch, or like old games, old Xbox games?
The new stuff, I think. I think they're
new
going to
stuff.
release games as they come out. This is in the future. It's not happening like tomorrow.
Right. They're just planning on doing it.
But I thought we would see the end of I know we're going to live to see the end of consoles.
Yeah.
Unless we die a tragically early death.
I don't know. Everyone was always predicting it was going to be this is it, but I never thought it was going to be over so soon. Like, things move really slowly.
I think we have another generation of consoles after this. There will probably be another Xbox, but it would be. But you'd also be able to get the games on. Well, you can get most of the Xbox games on PC already anyway.
Yeah.
You can only play them on a Windows machine though,
Yeah.
like Gears of War.
Weird.
All right.
So yeah, the door's unlocked. We just didn't go there. So let's go there now.
It was 2067 was the key code there.
So we just want to go. Oh yeah, we just want to take a hard left here, I should say. Yeah, these plant enemies.
They one-shot you.
They do want. Yeah. Did we find that out last week? I assumed that we
well,
did.
you told me about it.
Oh, I see.
I don't know if we died, and we might have gotten killed once last week. I don't remember.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, if they grab you, it's just an instant game over. So that's cool. That's real cool. But I mean, they're in the final. It didn't work.
What didn't work? You hit the button, didn't you? 2067. Wait, you can't read the end of that?
Well, it's torn off. You find it somewhere
Yeah,
else.
I know.
Oh,
I was kidding.
Oh.
But yeah, it's 2067.
What the hell? I thought I put the key in. I guess I didn't. All right, let's go back and do it.
All right, let's go back through this treacherous area here,
Although we just killed everything, so it's not.
filled with monstrous fellas. That's what I call zombies, monstrous fellas.
2067.
Yep. That's the one.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go. All right. So,
Drug testing lab. Good.
so you might be wondering, why are we going there?
Got a couple things I need tested.
Like drugs? You
Yeah.
want to test the drugs?
Actually, yeah. You know, you can't do coke anymore
Sure you can.
because it's like half fentanyl. It's all fentanyl now.
Yeah, yeah. Why do they lace it with? Is it cheaper
Because
to
it's
do
cheaper,
fentanyl?
yeah.
Manual mode.
Mhm.
Page. Adjust amount of
You ever feel really
solutions
dumb?
to
Because I'm about to feel really, really
Oh
dumb.
god, it's a simple Resident Evil puzzle.
It's these. Yeah, I mean, you know how RE puzzles are. They're nightmares. They're nightmares. So we've got 3 different tubes, each of 3 different heights.
Oh, is this that thing where you have to get an equal third in each one or something?
No, you have to get it to the red line there.
Oh,
just-
you have to get an exact.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah. So great. And like it's one of those things that looks very very simple. Almost always, but it never is. So let's just wait. These are even. These 2 are even now. So let's. So you have to take the difference between 2 of these. Oh god. Oh god. My brain. All right. What we're gonna do is we're gonna dump all of it into one. Oops. Dump all of it into the big one, right? Then we'll take what's in the big one, put it in the slightly smaller one, and that would give us the difference between. Wait. That'll give us the difference in these first 2 tubes of that much. So there's this much left.
Yeah, then put it in the fill the smaller tube.
Fill this tube.
Yeah.
This one. Right? Yeah. There we
fill
go.
the smaller tube.
Yeah, we got this. And then just add that little bit here. Oh, wait. Oh, no, we have to use this. We have to use this middle tube.
Why?
Because this tube isn't tall enough. Right?
Oh, that's right.
Oh, no. No, wait.
Will it work? Will it fill? No, I don't.
If we just dump this into here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that'll work. And then.
Wait, no, that's it. That's it. We're done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
okay.
good. Brilliant.
I know that was...
I was expecting that we were going to be completely embarrassed and have to look the solution up and pretend that we didn't.
Yeah.
But that actually went fairly smoothly for GS. So, pat yourselves on the back at home if you also got the puzzle.
I like puzzles like that. The first time. After the first playthrough, they become more annoying than anything, so you just want to get them out of the way. And they don't change, so I just look them up, usually. Alright, so now we've got that. We need to go freeze it back at the what's that cold room called? The frozen room, cold boys. I think it's called cold boys room.
I think they've gotten a lot better at designing puzzles over the years in games like this.
Yeah.
So I remember I used to play Fear Effect.
Oh yeah, Fear Effect. We were talking about that
Awful
earlier.
puzzles in those games,
Yeah.
especially the second one.
Yeah.
I couldn't finish the second one because there were so many annoying puzzles. I just wanted to see the story for the most part. And I just couldn't get through it.
They picked the wrong
It
game
was too
then,
boring.
right?
I beat the first Fear Effect 4 times. And then I bought the second one.
Shit.
And I thought I was going to have just as much fun with it, but I was actually a little less interested in the story in that one, and on top of that, the puzzles were ultra annoying. Like I had to constantly look up on the internet what to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I just don't have the patience to figure out obtuse, boring puzzles. But if you can figure out a puzzle fast, and still make the player feel smart, I think there's a lot. Yeah, I think there's a lot of skill behind designing a puzzle. It's probably easier to design a puzzle that's just really difficult for the player, and it gives but it's going to gate a lot of players from playing the game. And I think it takes more skill probably to make a puzzle that's just in the right spot, that most players are going to be able to figure out, within a few minutes, and that they'll feel good about themselves for figuring it out, but without stopping them from progressing too much in the story or the game.
And it's more than that, right? You don't want to have a puzzle that like box pushing puzzles.
Yeah.
Like those are already so done to death that even if you come up with a creative configuration, it's still going to seem like mundane, and you're not really going to interest anybody with that. You know, how could you? What is that again? Oh yeah, you have to. Oh, that's awkward. You grab the map and then drag this around, this crosshair around, instead of just mousing over it. General Staff PC. Well, that's not very useful. So now we have to go back to the...
We might be able to read some juicy emails, though.
Yeah.
Some office drama.
I guess. I guess it's worth it.
Does that happen?
Not really.
Do you have any inter-office emails
No.
where you work that are really juicy and have a lot of drama? Or is there, someone at your office that you're attempting to blackball currently? Leave it in the comments.
Blackball?
Yeah.
Blackball. Yeah, you're right. Blackball.
Do you work in an office? Leave it in the comments. Tell us about what it's like working in your office. I've actually never had an office job.
Yeah.
I mean, I work in an office at my house. I guess that doesn't really count, probably.
I mean, yeah. Oh, sure, that counts. I mean, you mean like a cubicle job, though, right? Like a 9 to 5.
Yeah, like a white collar 9 to 5 office job. I've had blue collar jobs. I've had a bunch of those, and I've worked for myself. But I've never worked in someone else's office.
So we are all out of fire rounds. So really quickly, we're going to mix up some acid rounds for lickers. Because lickers love acid. That's actually not true. So to make acid rounds, we need white gunpowder and regular gunpowder. So let's see. We have a lot of everything. We're lousy with ammo here. This is good. Oh, we do have flame rounds. Psych, just kidding. We're fine. It's hard to come back to a game after a week, you know?
Yeah, that's a big part of why I want to finish this week. If we waited on this for next week, that wouldn't be too good.
Yeah.
I got us a bunch of new games to cover, which might not have been the smartest idea because our game is coming out tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's already out if you're watching this. Oh yeah, it's already out.
Oh
so,
yeah.
Go look up Game Soup. It's actually in the description below.
Oh, it's the
link
first
to
thing.
our new game. It'll probably be the first thing. Yeah. It's called Game Soup. It's on Steam.
And we promise it's not bad and it's worth your time, right?
So far, the reception has been pretty good from the reviewers, from the people who have played it, the beta testers and the reviewers who have played it. The beta testers especially helped improve the quality of the game quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we can make that promise that it's...
And we've made some changes since then. Nothing major. There aren't any new mini games in it or anything, but there's some improvements, quality of life, and just some general balance improvements to make it more fun. A little less frustrating and a little more fun. Just from watching other people play it on stream and seeing the few reviews we've gotten so far.
That's something I don't think I'll ever be able to predict, is when you create something, when it's your creative baby, you don't know if it's good or not. At least I never do.
Yeah, that's why it's important to have other people play it.
Mm-hmm.
So we're very blessed that we had a lot of really helpful and very nice beta testers. Really nice of them to offer their time and make our game help us make our game better.
Yeah, well, we made a lot of changes too based on the feedback, didn't we? Like a fair amount.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we were like some of the suggestions like we would want to do, but we were like pretty far.
It depends on the amount of time, but for our next game, we're gonna be a lot more open during the development process, and we're gonna get feedback a lot earlier in the process. But we're definitely not at a point where we can present anything and get feedback. Well, we're gonna do a lot more devlogs for our next project.
I feel like it wasn't as crucial for this project to get constant feedback early on because the games are so small.
Yeah, I think it could have helped a little bit, but
yeah.
If we could go back, I would probably have been more open about our development early on. But
I mean, we weren't actively hiding it or anything, but
yeah,
we just if you want to make a devlog, that's something you got to go ahead and do and prepare for and make the game look presentable to some extent.
Yeah, I remember for Inferno Racket, we were trying to do a devlog every 2 weeks, and it just wasn't sustainable because you have to put a build together that's actually not going to break for when you're showing it off on a video, and takes a lot of time.
Yeah, it's like every 2 weeks you have to build the game back up because you tore it down for those 2 weeks.
It's good to have to do it sometimes. It's good because it helps you clean everything up, but to have to do it every 2 weeks, it would take like a day or two out of every 2 weeks that we wouldn't be making any real progress. We would just be cleaning up.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's, at least for a game of that size. Maybe some games might require that, but it took a lot of time just to make a video that was presentable.
Yeah.
So,
and that was our first project. So
yeah, we probably won't do it every. And Inferno Racket, it fell off pretty quickly. We stopped doing it every 2 weeks pretty quickly.
Oops.
But yeah, the next one, it could be probably at least every couple of months, but probably more often than that.
Yeah, I would hope so. Yeah.
Whenever we're ready, pretty much.
We need. Oh, what is this? Is this the OSS? Yes, the OSS. So this puzzle is actually. I don't like this puzzle because it is simply trial and error. There's nothing you can do to deduce solutions. You turn these two knobs. Maybe we talked about this last time, or earlier in this episode. I mean, and you just have to randomly try to align these somehow. So like, okay.
Yeah, I know I've seen this puzzle. It might have been another streamer playing it.
Yeah. But like it's pretty easy to do. Usually you can get it in a couple.
That's pretty close.
There we go. So like that's it though, but that's not a puzzle. That's literally just trial and error. So unless there's something that I'm missing, maybe there is.
I don't know. It didn't seem like it took that long.
No. Like I wonder what I'm missing.
It can trick you into thinking that you're solving a puzzle.
Oh, you know what? Okay, I guess it's not totally trial and error because you have these two, right? So it looks like these are like these tell you the shape of both of these waves to some extent. Right, so this is one of the waves, and this is the other one. So you just adjust their start points. Okay, all right, but I don't know.
It's easier. It's faster probably to just do trial and error than
to
actually figure out exactly how it works. So maybe that puzzle's not as well designed as the others in the game. I don't know. We'd have to spend some more time with it probably to figure it out. But let's just finish the game.
Yeah, let's. We are pretty much there. So we finally made it into the lab where the G virus is stored.
Was that the laser tunnel from the first Resident Evil movie? Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, that was pretty bad.
Yeah. I saw that movie in theaters, actually. I think maybe the weekend it came out. I was really excited for it.
I think I did too. I can't remember.
Really?
It was so fucking long ago. I saw the second one. I know I saw the second one in the theater. The one, I think it was the one with Jill and...
Oh, yeah.
She crashed the motorcycle through the plate glass window, the stained glass window.
I remember that.
Oh, look at that. All right. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Got it.
Do you want me to top it off?
Thank God.
Mate.
All right.
Antiviral agent.
So we've got...
Gotta get back to Sherry.
Oh, wait. Was that the antiviral agent? I literally was not paying attention. G-virus or antiviral? Can't be both. It just can't be. It just can't be. Let's grab that. And we're about to fight a boss. Sorry for the spoilers. We're about to fight a boss.
There's not that many bosses in this game.
No, there are only 4. And funny story, if you play as Claire, all 4 bosses are the exact same enemy. It's like his moveset will change a little bit, but it's the same guy every time. You know what would be a good idea? We could take the Samurai Edge out. That's a bonus weapon that you get from S-ranking the game, which I did this morning.
You S-ranked the whole game?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's not that hard, actually.
Oh.
It's really not.
You know a lot about S-ranks.
S-ranks. I do. You know what other game has some good S-rank systems? Well,
Mischief Makers.
That's true, yeah. Mischief. How'd you know?
But what else?
No, that was it. Mischief
Oh.
Makers. Yeah.
Well, that's kind of a history. Ed and I have a history with a game called Mischief Makers, trying to get S ranks on it when we were much younger. It was very difficult.
Yeah, you want to hear about a almost impossible game challenge? That's it.
Yeah.
That for real.
Yeah, when I think of impossible, like, extra content, like, that would be you should get, like, 3 platinum trophies on your PS4 for doing that.
Yeah.
It's like that level. You'd have to play the game for hundreds of hours, probably, to master it well enough.
It was like a par system, right? So each level was timed, and then you had to beat each level in a certain amount of time.
Yep.
But I swear to God, some of them were pixel perfect, or frame perfect, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and you could easily play that game and never have any idea that S ranks were even a thing.
Yeah, I mean, I probably played it for like 100 hours, and I got, I don't know, 10 of them out of 40-something. Mischief Makers.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
Was
back
that a canister of protein powder?
gunpowder.
Hmm.
Close enough, though. Bulk up your guns.
Tired of protein powder.
Are you?
Yeah.
You don't have a choice, though. No choice.
I've been drinking protein powder for like a year and a half. It's working slowly. It's taking a year and a half. I think I gained like, I don't know how many pounds. I gained some pounds though.
Okay, so it worked, but it did just take a while. And you know what's extra weird is that we share, what, half of our DNA, roughly?
Something like that.
Is it a
Quarter?
quarter?
Maybe a quarter. Well, we're cousins.
Yeah. How does that
Yeah.
work? Well, we are inbred cousins, so we share 50% of our DNA.
What the hell is this thing?
That was my husband.
She is my creation!
William! I should have killed him while I had the chance. I don't know why, I just... couldn't do it.
He was your husband.
Honestly, we were more married to our work than each other.
But what about Sherry? How could you just leave her all alone while Raccoon City burned to hell?
I couldn't let my daughter grow up in a world with the G virus in it.
But that's no excuse. Leave her. I got this. got this. You should take care of Sherry. You don't know what you're up against.
I have a pretty damn good idea.
Whatever you do, don't stop until it's finished.
Trust me. This ends now.
I'm scared. I don't actually know what's going to happen here. No, I'm just kidding, I do. So this is the, what, the third time we fought this boss? The first time we just ran around in a circle. The second time it was the crane game. Remember the crane game, Joe?
Yeah.
And then this is the third time. It's the same boss. He's got some new moves because of the environment, but
And some new eyes.
and some new eyes, yeah. But it's weird. It's weird. I don't remember the original RE2 super well to remember if this was the case. If it was this same boss 4 times.
I don't remember either.
That's a strange thing. Like in 2019, that's not a thing that you normally see. Oh yeah, he does this too. He picks up these.
Yeah, you might want to hide.
Yeah, you pick up those canisters.
You can kind of tell what's coming there.
Yeah, telegraphed very nicely. For the most part, the things that you can avoid are very easily telegraphed, or very well telegraphed. But like stuff like that, you run really slowly in this game. So stuff like that is like, even if you see it coming, and you get like a 1 to 2 second telegraph into it, you might not even be able to run out of the way fast enough.
Yeah.
So that is, I think I've said this before, my biggest gripe with the game is the run speed, because it's sluggish. But that's kind of the point. I feel like that has to, you can't just outrun everything, you know? We're not Resident Evil 4 here or anything. Come on, come on, come on.
I think you got him once. You got him
There
twice.
we go. Okay, so you shoot his eyes, then what? And then, how do you switch on keyboard? E. And then you see these. He's got these eyes in his chest. He's exposed his eyes inside of his chest, and that's his. I guess his weak spot.
That is a lot of eyes.
It's more than two.
I said he had a couple more eyes, but he's really got.
I was surprised. He's got quite.
He's got about a dozen eyes.
Yeah.
About 50 eyes. That's a dozen, right? A dozen is 50, right?
It's close, yeah.
Yeah.
It really makes you wonder what you're missing with only 2 eyes. You know, like think how much better you could see if you had a dozen eyes. You know.
Do you know that story about your dad?
What? What? What?
About how one time he went to like a seafood, what do you call it?
Buffet?
No. Not a restaurant, a store.
Oh, like a. Oh yeah. What are those
A
called?
fishmonger.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he was buying Blue Point crabs, and the girl that worked there was so dumb. He said, "Can I get a dozen Blue Point crabs?" And the girl said, "Is a dozen 25 or 50?"
No.
And your dad went, 50.
That really?
I think so. Now, I don't remember if the numbers are exactly accurate, but I remember that he got significantly more than a dozen.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would believe him too, because he doesn't really make stuff up like that. That's weird, man. 50?
Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't know about that story.
Yeah, I never heard that
Yeah.
one. That's a good story though. For some
Some
reason.
great stories about Ed's dad, really.
Come on. Yeah, suck it, nerd.
We could probably fill about 10 episodes with stories about Ed's
Yeah.
dad.
Like the time he brought home a bird in his pocket.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't there for it, but
Oh
I
yeah,
know
I wasn't
the story.
either, but I heard it. I heard it many times, and it gets retold every year, more or less. Come on. I think he's about dead. One more. Yeah, acid shots are not very strong, but they're the only kind of rounds you can craft. You can't find fire rounds normally. So there is that. I'm gonna pull up OBS here. Alright. So I think they're better for melting off limbs of zombies and not so good for bosses, but this is really like the strongest weapon we have.
Great.
That's okay. And I don't know if you knew this actually, that this game uses adaptive difficulty. Do you know about that, Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like just as RE4 and RE7 did. Which means that the better you play,
The harder the game gets.
Yeah, and the more likely you are to die, which in this game, in a traditional survival horror game, I think is a bad idea. I've put like 25 hours into the game so far.
I'm not sure if it's true, but I think you might actually get less bullets if you have too many bullets. Like each bullet pickup will give you less, depending on how much you have.
I kind of wondered that, because like sometimes you pick up bullets and it's like 3.
Yeah.
You know? We don't need those at all though, because this is the end of the game pretty much. Yeah,
I mean, like, from a designer's perspective, that kind of makes things easier for you, because then you don't have to balance the game with so many different kinds of players in mind.
yeah.
But from a player's perspective, it kind of doesn't feel good to know that the game is babying you. Like, I want to play it at the difficulty that's intended.
Or the converse, right? If you do good, you're being punished for playing better.
Yeah. Then, yeah, at the same time, yeah, if you're doing bad, then yeah, I don't want to be babied. And yeah, you're right. Yeah, same thing.
And actually, that's the side that I have more of a gripe with. Like, I want the game to be a certain difficulty because you choose a difficulty when you start the game. And the fact that it gets harder, and it's not just a little bit harder. The numbers are actually coming in now because people are using, people are like, I don't know, whatever people do when they get stats out of games. But the numbers are coming in now, and there are 9 ranks of adaptive difficulty. And the highest rank, the hardest rank, is like 300% increased enemy health and 70% weapon damage.
That's not even like a small difference.
It's huge.
Yeah, when I heard adaptive difficulty, I thought 20% changes here and there on things, but not 300% extra health. That's pretty ridiculous.
Like if a zombie normally takes 4 shots to down, it would like. And not just to knock over, but to kill entirely. You're looking at whole clips of ammo. It's insane.
I don't know about that.
It is a huge, it is a huge amount. And I still don't really know if I don't know how to feel about it, except to say that I would be okay if it weren't there. Like I get it, but yeah. So it's a thing. And there's actually a program now called RE2 State Viewer, which I love looking at the numbers, so I was tinkering with that, and it shows you your rank, your internal rank, and like your actual exact HP amount. Did you know that in this game you have 1,200 hit points max? 1,200. It's a strange number.
That is a weird number. You would think that it would be like 1,000.
Yeah.
Nice, even number. That's what we're planning on doing for our game, is making everything multiples of 100, and then so that percentages will increase it by an even amount. Right, so if the main character has 1,000 hit points and a normal enemy does 100 damage, if there's like an increase, if that enemy somehow has a buff of 20%, it'll do 120 damage. So we'll always be working with even numbers.
And I've had a suspicion about that, and that's to not use. Maybe this is just me, my personal preference, not to use multiples of 100, but to just use multiples of 1, and then at the end just multiply everything by 100. Right? Because at least for me, it's much easier to visualize or like internalize. It's like an enemy does, instead of doing it at 207 damage, it does 2.07 damage. Like, it doesn't sound any different at all, but to me that actually makes more sense in my head.
Oh, if you want to do that, I mean, you're the coder, so you get to decide the scale, really.
But then at the end, you just multiply everything by an arbitrary amount, So like, the hardest part is balancing around a scale of 1. I don't know.
Hey.
I knew you'd make it. My mom needs help.
Annette? Sherry. How are you?
Okay. But you don't look so good. Mommy?
Hey, look at the screen. Oh, thank God.
So Sherry's gonna be all right?
She'll be weak for a little while, but yes. She's free of the G virus.
Did you hear that?
What happened to her?
She was attacked by the monsters.
Don't worry about me. Take my daughter to safety. I'm sorry, Sherry. For everything. Your life is what is important.
We can't just leave her here.
You're right, we can't.
Attention, unauthorized
What does that mean?
It's a self-destruct code. In case the G-virus leaves the building. Please. Save my daughter. No!
Sherry? Sherry, we're gonna say goodbye to your mom. Mom, please say goodbye. Please, Sherry. Listen. She loved you, okay? You really gotta get going. Come on.
You were right about this jacket. I'm so lucky to have you.
We can talk more about that later. We gotta hurry now. Come on. Sherry, can you walk faster?
You know what, lady? Maybe you had it coming too. You were kind of a loser.
Oh man, how can you say such a thing? I'm in tears here.
I mean, she neglected her kid, right?
Did you see the? Yeah, but did you see that kiss when she kissed her mom at the end? It was a little like weird. It looked kind of weird, didn't you think?
It did. Yeah.
Yeah.
It did look a little weird. And I was just thinking, I wonder how this game is going to hold up graphically, because right now it's fantastic. But like in 5 years, are we still going to feel that way, or is it going to age poorly? I think it's
Claire's face is going to age poorly.
Yeah, I don't really understand. I have a gripe with her face, and I can't really explain it. But I don't. There's something about it that kind of bugs me. And like, I get that it was mocapped for the most part, but you can actually look up the actress's face who they motion captured, and they don't look that much alike. I mean, you can obviously see the resemblance, but they don't look that much alike. There we go. So, I don't know. Something when they were designing her face. Like, what is it? Also, she never looks at you. And the hair, I guess.
Maybe it's distant. Maybe your eyes are a little bit too wide. And her front lip is pretty far forward.
Yeah. Also, her eyes are really sunken in. Like, she has huge circles around her eye sockets. Maybe they're just noticeable.
Well, so do I.
Yeah, but I mean, like that's a big, what do you call it? The under eye? The most attractive part of the face, the under eye?
Is that a fact? Is that a scientific fact?
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you read about that? Scientific journals?
.com/GameSoupLP.html. So we're done. We got the highest tier of wristband, and we can escape. We got Sherry in hand. Annette died. But again, like, didn't she kind of like deserve it because she was a bad parent? She was pretty bad. She was pretty bad. Well, okay, maybe not death, but she was a pretty bad parent. Let's be honest, right?
Speaking of awkward kisses, did you see that plain potatoes video I sent you?
I did. You know that I did. We talked about this 20 minutes ago.
That was fucking funny.
Yeah,
wait, we did? We talking about plain potatoes?
Yeah.
On the show?
Yeah. Well, no,
no,
on the show. Remember, I said he was an. Uh-oh.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
Yeah, I meant to hit up that item box.
Plain potato. I just discovered this guy last night.
He's okay.
I like him.
I don't. I think he's
a bad guy, but I sure do like him.
Well, I mean,
that
burn.
a death?
There we go.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that was lucky.
That actually would not have been a death because I have knives and stuff. But
he's a guy that wanders around Baltimore bothering and harassing people. And
Yeah.
there's one of the funnier videos. He gives a guy a little peck on the cheek.
yeah, like I understand why that's funny, but
And the guy chases after him and tries to hit him. It's a guy who, he's an asshole and he starts shit in public. I don't know what else to say about it. But not many people are willing to do that. You know, it's fun. It's fun to see what happens when people start confrontations in real life, because they're really, you know, we don't get to experience that many potentially violent and challenging confrontations in real life.
I mean, we could. We just choose not to.
We could, yeah. We generally just choose to get along and be nice to each other, but people are a lot of people like
Go faster.
I think are pretty coddled. Actually, they don't even know how to deal with it. Like, I have a history of bullying and being bullied, so I'm pretty used to it. Like, I'm used to it enough that I would know how to laugh and maybe get along. But I'd probably be able to diffuse it and get along with the guy. But I think a lot of people now, and I bet there are plenty of videos where he goes up and starts harassing people and they just laugh and have a good time and make fun of each other.
Yeah.
I imagine that probably happens, but that doesn't make for good, good social media posts. So he's probably not posting those. He posts the people who get really angry and try to hit him.
Sherry, you hanging in there? I'm right behind you. Had a girl. I think we're almost out of here.
Yeah, something about that. What's it called? Sympathetic embarrassment.
Yeah.
Like the fact that he's
cringe.
Yeah, like because the person on the receiving end doesn't realize that they're just being duped. They're kind of just being tricked for YouTube views.
Yeah.
Like that. Oh, that makes me cringe a lot, and I can't watch it. Like I watched the first couple minutes and it was fine, but I had to turn it off eventually. It's kind of I can't do it, So we just
you saw what time I sent it to you last night. It was very late. That's because I was up late watching. I was trying to go to bed. I was so tired, but I discovered Plain Potatoes and I couldn't stop watching.
Wait, does this minigun not have... Are these barrels solid?
I think so, yeah.
So where does the bullet come from?
They bust through the metal.
Oh.
That's what happens.
That's weird. Who would design a gun like that? So you just conveniently get this minigun.
That's really convenient. Yeah, we haven't talked about the minigun yet.
No.
Looks pretty exciting though.
It's pretty cool. And this is, I believe this is only for Claire A? Well, it's for only Claire, I know that much.
I think I remember this part on the first game.
Oh shit, you know what? Oh yeah, here it is.
Wasn't this in the original one? Something like this.
Yeah, there was a section, yeah, where you had to escape, and the final sequence is on this train.
Yeah, he's well, you could probably guess what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
We gotta get this straight.
We just got a minigun.
I need you to stay right here, okay?
Okay. I
Something
promise
like
I
this.
Good.
won't. Be careful.
Always.
So actually, if you play as Leon, the final boss is actually not the same boss that has been chasing you the entire rest of the game. Okay, no, that's actually completely incorrect. I shouldn't say it like that. So the first boss was Birkin, second boss was Birkin, third boss was Birkin. We're about to fight Birkin again.
Something. Okay. Alright, it's working.
Claire!
What? Leon? You're down here too?
Yeah, but the whole place is coming down. Look, you need to get out. Fast!
I know. I found a way out. I think we can all make it. Where are you now?
Claire, are you still there?
Leon? I'm sorry, you're breaking up.
Don't worry about me. Just get out of here.
Leon! Leon! Damn!
So yeah, in Leon's storyline, the final boss is actually Mr. X, the guy who literally chases you the entire game. And that's really the only other boss that's not William Birkin in the entire game. Which I'm fine with, but now we already talked about this, I don't have to say it again. Take that! Take that! I mean, do you think that we're supposed to use the handgun? Do you think that they intended for us to use a handgun? Probably, right?
Probably not.
You don't think? Oh, I guess we can use this. It's probably not very good. It's only a Gatling gun. Uh-oh. I think the Gatling gun in the original RE2 was like an unlockable weapon or something. Maybe it was RE3. But it was one of those unlockables that you could unlock and then have for the entire game, not just the final boss sequence. So I don't know. I kind of like this though. My first time through this, I didn't kill the boss with this only. I still had to use other guns. But this is like action, fast-paced and exciting because it's a new gun. And all the bosses have the exact same weakness. You just shoot them in the eye because it's the same guy every time. That's kind of funny.
I mean, it's a pretty good mechanic. Weak spot? I like the mechanic.
I like that mechanic. Yeah, I'd like to see it more in more games. I think it's a underutilized mechanic.
Just because it's utilized a lot doesn't mean it's bad.
No, not at all. But yeah,
I don't know. It feels good to me.
It's fine. It's fine.
Just the glowing eyes. I don't know.
And I guess the fact that it's also a remake and not a brand new game, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I like Contra. That's like kind of that might be where the trope originated.
Oh yeah.
Just the glowing red dot.
Yeah.
You just got to shoot that. It's like pretty obvious that that's going to be the weak point. If it's glowing in red, that's what you got to shoot. Here it's not necessarily entirely red. It's like red and yellow, but so it's the same concept.
At least it's very obvious. I mean, this series has been known to have some bosses that are not obvious at all. And can, you know, be frustrating for that reason. So it's good that there's always something that you know you're supposed to be shooting at.
Yeah, I kind of don't like a puzzle boss. A boss that's like too complicated to figure out.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
That's like really obtuse.
Also gimmick bosses. If you played a lot of Dark Souls, then you know that that series has a lot of gimmick bosses. Uh-oh. Oh, that was it! We did it!
Awesome.
So last time I must not have been aiming as well. But yeah, keyboard and mouse. I feel like this game was meant to be played with keyboard and mouse because...
It looks like it's easier.
Yeah, it is much
done the whole
easier.
LP that way.
Yeah. And I only realized that after having played it for like 20 hours, you know?
Claire! It's okay. I'm here. We're getting out of here. So what's the first thing you want to do when we get out of here?
I want to see where you live.
Good. 'Cause I take a shower.
Yeah.
Really? Not bad. Ooh, bad.
Claire!
Leon! It's so good to see you.
I told you we'd make it, didn't I?
You did.
So a pretty solid entry in the series. No doubt. A return to classic Resident Evil. I'm loving it.
Well, you S-ranked the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, okay, to be fair, in S-Rank, all you have to do is beat the game in under 3 hours.
Oh.
And I did cheat. I used a guide. Alright? So sue me. That's what I like to do with RE games. I like to use a guide and speedrun them.
Nothing wrong with that.
But I've
Your life is finite. If you can improve your speeds in your games by using a guide, just do it, man. Then you can play another game, or spend time with your family. You know, one of the two.
No, yeah. I mean, yeah. Hopefully it's whether it's an easy choice or a hard choice, I don't know. But
So yeah, boss design though. If you're gonna do a boss that's like a puzzle boss or a boss that has some complex mechanic, I think the best way to do it is to have the area or the level leading up to that spot, leading up to that boss, be have the mechanics that you're gonna need to use during the boss to beat that boss, so that the player can feel like they've mastered all the mechanics that they were gonna need to beat the boss, and then use those mechanics to beat the boss. And they're not even gonna be cognizant probably of the fact that you're just manipulating them and leading them along and teaching them how to do it as you go. But if you're a game designer, you can notice when this is happening. And I think that's probably the best way to do it if you're going to do a puzzle boss.
Yeah, puzzle boss.
Puzzle
in
boss
particular.
maybe isn't the right term for it, but a boss that has more complex mechanics
Yeah.
than shoot the core or just hit him a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, like a gimmick boss or something like that. I was going to say something about that, but I forget now. I don't know. Well, anyway, I guess we don't need to see all these credits, do we? These are probably long credits. But
I don't know. We can. I guess you can let it run. How long is it? 10 minutes?
I don't know.
It's probably a long time.
It's listing every localization area.
That's true. They always do that.
Yeah.
And it takes a long time. And then they're going to list all the Kickstarter backers. Remember when that wasn't a thing?
Yeah.
And now
Well,
it's...
yeah. This game didn't get Kickstarted, did it? No.
I don't think so.
No, this
I don't
was-
think Capcom is really needs to do Kickstarter.
They did say that the RE3 remake, which isn't officially announced, but they said if people want that to happen, then it depends on the fans. And based on the sales numbers of this game, just 2 weeks after launch, that's going to happen. So, I don't know. This is my favorite game since RE4. Granted, I didn't finish RE7 because I'm scared of first-person views, But like Joe and I played RE5 together all the way through, and that was okay.
I would say 6.
You're lying.
No.
Nobody says 6.
No. Yeah, I've pretty much not played the good Resident Evils.
Well, you've played Code Veronica, the best Resident Evil, so...
Not very much. I never finished it.
Yeah. Okay, I can't even lie. RE4 is the best Resident Evil, but Code Veronica is my favorite. And that's actually technically supposed to be Resident Evil 3, but they had a licensing deal with Sony to produce a numbered entry in the series. That's why Nemesis is RE3 instead of Code Veronica.
Probably why they reused a lot of assets in that one. Why it takes place in a lot of similar locations.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like a Gaiden, like a spin-off,
Yeah.
So, yeah, exactly.
But yeah, they called it 3 because they had to make 3 Resident Evil games, right, for a Sony console.
Yeah, 3 numbered entries, which I guess is, that's pretty valuable real estate, having a numbered entry in the series.
Yeah, like whenever a Final Fantasy with a number after it comes out, you're supposed to take notice, right?
Yeah. Which was when 13 Versus became 15. That was kind of a big deal.
And they come out slower and slower.
Mm-hmm.
It takes them how long did 15 take to come out?
Well,
like a decade?
Yeah, no,
it felt
more
like
than
a
that.
decade.
Yeah.
No, not more.
I think
than
it was
a
more
decade.
than that. Yeah,
Really?
I think so. And we could look it up actually. Oh, we
The
can't.
distance between 13 and 15. How big was that?
Let's look it up.
Was that 10 years?
So we're just letting the credits run.
All right.
FF13 release. I'll just look it on Wikipedia.
Because
right?
14 kind of doesn't count. Because that's an MMO.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So
It was 7 years.
7 years, yeah.
7 years apart.
But,
between 13 and 15.
But 15 was in development. Was it before or obviously at the same time as 13, but so I'm pretty sure it's been in development or was in development for
Like 10 years and came out unfinished.
Yeah. Well, okay. So there's a lot you can dig into the development cycle of this game and how messed up it was. But I've heard it said better by somebody else who's done more research that the game was in development hell for 7 years and then developed for just 3 years roughly. So that's why it doesn't feel like it was a game that was developed for 10 years because it wasn't really. It was just because if you remember, like the earliest E3 trailers for this game featured all these locations and characters that never made it into the final version. It was a completely different game.
Yeah, from what I've heard, Square Enix, they're kind of disorganized. Their development is disorganized. Now, I could be talking out of my ass. I really don't remember even where I heard that, but I heard something like that.
Yeah, I mean,
But I'll tell you,
yeah.
I'll never buy a Square Enix game on launch ever again.
Why is that?
Because because Final Fantasy 15 was unfinished on launch, and
Oh, yeah.
then they finished it, 2 years later, and then you could just get the Royal Edition or whatever the newest one is. There might even be a new one past that for less than the retail price of it when it actually came out, in quotes.
And then they canceled the future DLC. Did you hear about this?
Yeah.
So it was unfinished and then mostly finished, and then they're canceling future content.
Yeah, that's
That's a bad sign.
I'd say I'm not buying Final Fantasy 7 Part 1.
Yeah.
They're like really milking that one.
And
Three parts? No thanks. I'll wait till all 3 parts are done, and then I'll wait until it's I'll wait until it's all patched up, everybody's happy with it, everything's good, then I'll give it my time. I value my time. It's not even about money. I value my time. I want to play a good product, a finished product.
You know what though? That's fine because you and I are not their target audience. People have been enamored with FF7 and they'll buy it on launch no matter what it is. It's episodic or whatever.
I mean, yeah, they're banking on it. It's considered by many one of the greatest games of all time. I would say it's a pretty good game. I would not say it's one of the greatest games.
I think it was revolutionary. I think it was revolutionary in a lot of ways, but plenty of games do not age well. Oh, and here we have a teaser. So if you complete the B-side, that's the actual final boss of the game. So we just completed the A-side. If you complete the B-side, you get to fight that, and that sort of completes the story.
Yeah, I thought I remembered like a chase scene or something where you get away on the train or something, and there's...
well, that one you just fight inside of a train car. There's no, like, run away or anything.
Oh, okay.
So 5.5 hours. That's really long. 45 saves. B. So like, the ranking is really, really lenient, you know? Like, 45 saves? You can beat the game in... I think the world record right now is like 56 minutes. So 45 saves is... And getting a B on that is pretty lenient.
Well, we don't need to do a speed run. We're just doing LP here.
Yeah. So, I love this game. I was looking forward to it for as soon as it was announced and they started showing footage of it, and I'm so glad it has turned out better than I could have imagined. Really. Like, this is the definitive modernized survival horror. So, I've been a huge fan. And yeah, no. I'll keep playing it for sure.
Good job, man.
Yeah. So thanks for watching the LP and sticking with us. Later, nerds.
Don't call them that.
Alright, I'm sorry, I'm just kidding. Goodbye.